Hi y'all! Today I'm talking all about the power of intention setting. So this post is covering the power of intention setting, especially at this very important pivotal time of the year. As you know, 2025 is ending. Happy December. I'm wearing my Christmassy ribbon earrings, very celebratory for the holidays, that my little brother gave me for Christmas last year. So thank you, JT. Yeah, let's get into it. This post is about the power of intention setting. I have written and shared on Substack. I'm going to read it out loud for you now. Everything you need to know about the power of intention setting to call in clarity, co-create your dream life, live in alignment, and set yourself up for success in 2026. So let's do it now. Also in this post at the end, I have your invitation to Winter Solstice Clarity Party online. So stick around for the details about that. So first of all, I have, exciting backstory to share. In 2024, I married the love of my life. I'm so grateful for him. 2024 was quite a pivotal year for me. That same year, I also lost a job. I moved from Florida to New Jersey, a state I had never been to before. I managed a nonprofit. I started my LLC as a result of having lost that other job, and I started writing my first book. So a very, very pivotal year. Then this year, let's talk about 2025. In 2025, I continued writing my first book. I began my second book. I've continued my contract work. I started speaking on stages, which has been so exciting, and I love that. And I have launched my first coaching programs. So I hope these 2 years demonstrate that a lot can happen in the span of a year, a lot of positive change can happen, and you can create a lot of positive change and momentum in your life in the span of a year. This is why I set clear intentions at the start of each year and why I check in on them quarterly. But I set clear intentions at the start of each year because I want to keep my actions aligned with what matters most to me, aligned with my top priorities, my top goals, my morals, my visions, my dreams for the future, the things that I love and want to magnify in my life. So I've shared a link here to my 2024 and 2025 vision boards that I created that really guided me. And looking back now, I can see exactly how those images that I put on my vision boards came into reality. And this is what intention setting does. It turns your vision into action. You always want the vision of what you love and what you want to bring into reality to be larger than any fear. And so I love having my digital vision board up on my computer. I'll show you my 2025, just a glance at it real quick now since I can close out some tabs. I have it as my computer background, and so I can look at it anytime I want some inspiration. I often read this little affirmation I put at the top every day, and I love it. I love having that vision board. So vision boarding and vision casting will be part of what I'm offering in Clarity Party Online. So I invite you to that. We're talking about intention setting. It turns your vision into action. For another example, in 2025, one of my clear intentions, one of my clear visions, actually on this vision board, I have the Como Gardens in Minnesota, and that was my symbol of my intention to travel to visit both sides of my family with my husband and spend more quality time with those family members with my, newlywed husband. So in 2025, I set a clear intention for my husband and I to visit both sides of my family in order for us to connect more deeply with each other's roots. In September 2024, we visited his family in South Africa for our honeymoon. It was beautiful. I have that hyperlinked in my post if you want to check it out. In July of 2025, we visited my mother's family in Minnesota and had a lovely time with my cousins, my uncle, my grandma. And last week, for Thanksgiving, we both visited my father's side of the family in Charlotte, North Carolina for Thanksgiving. That was a long time coming, but it was lovely, so warm, so sweet to be with my aunts, my cousins, and my grandfather on that side. So Thanksgiving was warm and lovely and brought to fruition the intention that I had set at the beginning of the year. I was so grateful to my family for recognizing and supporting my vision and for all the action steps that we took together to make it real, to get us there. I had to find the Airbnb with my dad and coordinate our travel and all that, but it worked out, and it worked out beautifully. So this demonstrates the power of intention setting. It's not just wishing and doing nothing. It's not just hoping and doing nothing. It's not someday dreaming, even though dreaming and wishing and hoping and praying is very helpful. Intention setting is claiming a decision, setting a priority, making the choice, and then taking aligned actions to support that decision coming into reality. So little small steps, any small steps that you can do in alignment with your priority. Intention setting is a bridge between your desire and your reality. You bridge them. When I set the intention to visit my family in 2025, I wasn't just planning trips. I was claiming a value. I value my family. Connection matters more than convenience. My family matters so much to me, so I chose to prioritize our presence over busy schedules. And the truth is that time and money can bend to your priorities. So I took off the time off work. I set aside the money for us to travel. We made it work. Here's what I've learned from setting intentions at the start of 2025. When you set an intention from a place of clarity and love, a heart-aligned intention, God, Spirit, the universe, your guides, whatever you want to say for divine love and your support systems conspire to make it real. Not because of magic, but because your intention becomes your North Star. It's your vision. It guides you, guides your direction and your actions. Every decision, every conversation, every choice begins to align with what you've claimed as important. So that clarity of what is important to you is so magnetic. That's why I've been talking so much about clarity on my Step Into Love publication lately, because clarity, especially during the winter time and at the end of this year, this pivotal time, is pivotal. Clarity is so important and impactful. Because when you know what matters, you stop wasting energy on what doesn't exactly matter to you. And you stop second guessing yourself. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions to be already there to take actions. You have to start taking those actions, and then things come into alignment. And you step into aligned action by knowing your clarity, by knowing your North Star and what's guiding you. And the beautiful life that you have been imagining starts shining in your reality. So here are 3 steps for setting intentions that actually manifest. First, you get clear on the feeling that you want to feel with this intention. You get so clear on the feeling, not just the outcome. Like, how will I feel when my book is written? I know I will feel so happy and excited and thrilled and just full of warmth and love. So focusing on that feeling really magnifies everything surrounding the outcome, For example, when I set the intention to visit my family, it wasn't just about checking a box. It was about the feeling of being together, community, family, closeness, connection. And that feeling guided our decisions. Second step, write it down. I love writing. Writing down your intentions is so powerful. There's power in naming something that you want. So I wrote, in 2025, we will visit both sides of our family and create space for connection. Not, I hope, or I want to try. I said, we will, using decisive language. And that decisive language really propelled me forward. Third step, take the first small step towards that desired outcome. You don't need the whole staircase. You don't need to sprint. You don't need to jump too many levels. Step by step, we make the changes. Step by step, we get to the desired outcome, one step at a time. You need the next step. For me, that was opening a calendar and blocking off the possible weeks, texting my family, calling my dad, coordinating. I reached out like 8 months prior to November and said, let's put this on the calendar so I can be sure that we're all gonna be there. That's it. One aligned action. When it came to mind, follow that aligned action. I see it on my vision board every day. Take the aligned actions. Whenever I get that intuitive hit, that ping, that reminder from God, take that aligned action, follow it. Why not? You'll see where it takes you wonderful places. So intention setting is not about controlling the outcomes. It's actually about clarifying your direction and trusting the path. It's about stepping into the reality that is calling to you, because your desires of your heart, the reality that is calling for you, is so meant for you and so aligned for you. Intention setting is about choosing. Again, just to reiterate and summarize, intention setting is about choosing, making a choice, making a decision with your priorities, and you choose love over fear. Okay? Love is always bigger than the fear. You choose presence over perfection, and you're choosing aligned action over busy work. So, I hope you enjoyed these thoughts on intention setting. I hope this was very helpful. I'd love to hear in the comments what intentions you are calling in for 2026, and anything else that sparked for you, anything that was helpful in what I've shared so far. And now I'll go into my invitation. So speaking of aligned actions, this is an aligned action for me. I have an invitation for you. This is an invitation to Winter Solstice Clarity Party. I have this beautiful image. I'll put in some social posts. Not sure if you can see it, but beach image with snowflakes and such. So you're invited to Winter Solstice Clarity Party online. I know that so many of you expressed interest in the in-person Clarity Party I planned for December 13th, but you couldn't make it because there's some schedule conflicts, holiday parties, the Nutcracker, etc. I totally understand. December is a busy time, and I heard you. So I'm bringing this experience to you online so that more people can attend. This time should work, ideally, and if not, there's the replay. So Winter Solstice Clarity Party is taking place Saturday, December 20th. I'm so excited. It's the day before the winter solstice, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. And I'll provide the link. You can reserve your spot. Tickets are only $26, which is perfect for claiming and calling in your success in 2026. We're gathering one day before the solstice so that you can step into that sacred turning point with clarity and your intentions already set. You know, you're set for your success. It's just a downhill, easy slope from there on out. The winter solstice marks the shortest day and the longest night in the year, the moment when the light begins its return. So after this day, the days are getting longer. After December 21st, the days start getting longer. This is nature's turning point, and it's the perfect threshold between what was and what will be in 2026. So this 90-minute gathering, Clarity Party Online, includes guided intention setting practices for 2026, embodied clarity techniques, including nervous system regulation, grounding, and presence, which I will guide us through, and a solstice ritual to honor the year behind and call in the year ahead. This is for you. This is perfect for you. If you're ending 2025 feeling overwhelmed and or just craving more clarity in your life in general, this is perfect for you. If you want to set intentions for 2026 that actually manifest, let's do it. And this is perfect for you if you're ready to bridge the gap between your desire and your desired reality. Here's what you'll leave Clarity Party Online, Winter Solstice Clarity Party. This is what you'll leave with. Clear written intentions for 2026. You will also leave with embodied practices that you can use all year. And you will leave with a feeling of being ready, not rushed, for 2026. This is your investment in starting 2026 grounded, aligned, and clear. So we will close 2025 with intention, we'll integrate all of our lessons, and we'll open 2026 with clarity and purpose. I will be so honored to hold space for your clarity at this sacred turning point, and I'm so looking forward to the event. I'd love to connect Again, so honored to hold space for your clarity. If you have any questions for me in the meantime, please drop them in the comments. Please like and share. Please subscribe. I'm so excited about this next chapter and all of our success. So excited about scaling positive impact and self-love in 2026. Let's do it. Let's go. You know where my heart is at. And thank you for holding the vision with me. And I'm so excited to see you at Clarity Party Online so that I can hold your vision as well and scale this manifestation and co-creation process. So I want to finish with a quote from Steve Maraboli: "Plant seeds of happiness, hope, success, and love. It will all come back to you in abundance. This is the law of nature." So plant your seeds of happiness, hope, success, and love. That's what we're doing in Clarity Party Online. I look forward to seeing you there. I'm so excited, so happy and grateful for you. Thank you so much. Peace and love.